Everyone give it up for Melanie! Melanie, thank you so much for joining the Patreon as our newest member of the Emo Elders. Cannot tell you enough how much we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So excited to have you. And let me just say before we launch into this super fun karaoke draft episode that I worked my little fingers to the bone coming up with this super long, basically a feature film vlog, a walking tour of Pat in my hometown of Erie, Pennsylvania, visiting all the places that we talk about on the show every week. It is exclusive to our Patreon, but here's the trick. You can sign up to our Patreon, watch the video, and then cancel before the first of the month, never actually get charged and watch the video. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that hurt if you did that because I just want people to watch the video. I spent a lot of time on it and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to check out our Patreon, head to patreon.com/reminiscent. But let's get into the episode. You ever done karaoke, Pat?
Oh, we're straight up live right now, dude?
Well, we're hot. We're bothered.
Whoa. Hash it out before you hit record, dude.
Perform.
We're live, dude. Have I ever done karaoke? I have. Have you?
I was tricked into it.
Do elaborate.
So
while I sip my dew. This episode brought to you by... No, I
PepsiCo.
Wish. If you're out there, PepsiCo,
we'll sell out. Just like that.
Dentistry's a scam. Sugar's good for your mouth.
Okay.
How many seconds was that to get into anti-dentistry stuff? Maybe 17 seconds into the episode. You were tricked into doing karaoke. How exactly?
Okay, so 2 times that I've done it.
Also, brush your teeth. I'm not anti-brushing.
What is going on, everybody? I'm Tom.
And I'm Pat.
We're best friends, and you're listening to the Reminiscent Podcast. I've done it like 1.5 times. So I was hanging out with my buddy Tyler. I forget what the context was. It was the first time we had ever hung out together, and he had like some of his friends from high school were there. Some girl that he knew was there, and he was like trying to introduce us. I think might have been. I think
in
I was
a romantic way.
Yeah, I think I was still sad from a breakup.
Sort of a Dan in real life situation. I'm sorry.
I was like, I forget the movie, but you're not talking about the movie.
No. I'm just around.
Anyway, so yeah, I went to a bar. There's karaoke, and I mean, there were not a lot of people there. It was the 4 of us at a table, and some people just at the bar, and they had like the set list on screen, and I saw, I think it was Josie.
Okay. Yeah.
And
all right.
It was like Josie, performer, Tom. And I was like, interesting that someone else named Tom would be here that would really like this song.
Oh my God. They signed you up beforehand?
Signed me up.
Is that against the rules? Some people don't play that. They're like, look, not cute. No. You know what I mean? Like some people really are, and I feel perhaps you should respect that, but I think these friends were just looking out for you in this instance. But I'm curious also after that, your thoughts about the etiquette of that line between like the coworker who comes out and is having a good time and you're like, hey, we're loosening up, we're getting to know each other. Is it okay to surprise them with the sign-up sheet thing and then, but do it for them if they're like really like, no. Because I think some people need a nudge in the direction, because it is supposed to be fun for everyone, right? But it's that mix of picking the right songs, not singing 8-minute ballads. We'll get into all that stuff later. Did you feel coerced?
Well, I guess important context is that the guy who signed me up was the bassist in the band that I sang in, and we covered this song. So it wasn't like totally out of left field.
You weren't the shy coworker. You were the singer in the band the guy was in.
Well, no, but I was terrified. It's really different being in a band when you have a stage full of really loud instruments and 4 other people running around, because in karaoke it's just all eyes on me. And I never like that.
Get your fucking hands up.
So if you keep singing, I can't edit it out because we're in the same room.
Well, you said the phrase. It's this week's magic words. Come on home, get your fucking hands up.
So I was like kind of horrified. Like we never did an acoustic song because I was afraid of having too much attention on me, even though I was the front man all over the place when we were performing. It was like a character is kind of how I was able to like do it. Because like if I had to just stand in front of people and sing, it would be like my biggest nightmare. But anyway, he
That was the name of the EP, right? This Is My Nightmare.
Yeah. So which I think is a Mike Birbiglia. I'm like forgetting his name. I think it's a Mike Birbiglia thing. Or no.
I'll look it up while you keep talking.
Nightmare. I don't know. Anyway, he softened the blow by being like, all right, I'll come up and sing it with you. So it turned into a duet. And apparently the girl that I was there to meet was like, I think she thought poorly of me that I didn't have the confidence to go up there and do it myself.
Jason Segel gets hit while golfing. I believe it's I Love You Man. But
yes.
And he says, This Is My Nightmare.
So we, as a pop punk band, we were very into quotes from movies as our song titles. But anyway, he went up and he sang it with me, and it was fine, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, no, I think we covered the song because of that experience. I don't think we covered it beforehand, but I did it one other time where we were at Korean karaoke, where you like rent out a room and they have lights and everything, and it was with all my coworkers. And they knew that I loved the song Two Princes by the Spin Doctors. So they put the song on and then they threw the microphone at me. They just coerced me into karaoke again. It pissed me off so much. And this was before I was singing in a band. So they hand me the mic. And again, I love the song, but like I don't know the melody, or I didn't at that time super well, like of the verses and stuff. So I'm like trying to sing, and it was so embarrassing. And everyone's like looking at me, waiting to perform. And I was just like not having it. So I literally handed the microphone back, and it was super uncomfortable and awkward. So I am very anti coercing your coworkers into singing, because I was that person, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible. I've always had a fear of singing. So I'm not a big karaoke guy.
I'll say I usually don't press. My wife, Jessie, needs... Like, it needs to be the right crowd, the right group of people. But we went up and sang. I think we've done it twice together, because I don't think she wanted to go up alone. But she like wants to, like, I don't know, there's something about her that is very, just shy about it. You know what I mean? But I think I don't know if it wasn't Fat Lip, but I think we did maybe In Too Deep by Sum 41
nice.
and a Blink-182 song. It might have just been All the Small Things or something. But I think she had a good time doing it. But yeah, like normally she's like more than willing. Now, I've had friends, most of my karaoke singing career came back when I was in my mid-20s living in New Mexico. But okay. I did have other sorts of friends, like my buddy Matt, who would sign up on the other end of the spectrum and be like, sign up for 7 songs and just put the pressure on the like person running the evening to like see how many of those he's going to honor. You know what I mean? Because he can't not let Matt go up, because you need the people who are enthusiastic about it, to keep the night moving. But if the night's getting a little later and Matt's already gone twice and he's put in a request to sing Straight Outta Compton, and this individual was pretty, he was just like, I'm not gonna let you sing Straight Outta Compton, man. Like, you've already gone twice. Let's just end it. Because some people love it. Yeah. Some people love it too much and sing a long ballad poorly. I think arbitrary rules. We each get 2. Let's just like, before we get into the songs, I would say one of my rules is you're allowed to try to hit one of the notes you're not sure you can hit, but you shouldn't fill a song with them. You got to respect the crowd to a certain degree. You don't have to be great, but if you're not going to pick a short, fun sing-along, you at least can't be stretching your vocal cords throughout an entire tune. Agree, disagree?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to quickly say that, like, there's a part of me that, like, really resents people that love karaoke, but I think it's only, like, what is it, like, I hate them because I ain't them. Like, there's something about them that I actually admire, and I don't have the balls to do it, so I hate them for loving karaoke.
Yeah, I think there's a very real, like, I think it's usually self-hatred in one form or another. I think, like,
welcome to the show.
Yeah, human beings are flawed, and I think you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Portlandia sketch where it's like the awkward couple go up and she's butchering a ballad and he's like, "You got it, honey." And it's just like, I feel like karaoke is such an uncomfortable activity to do anyways. But yeah, there was actually really good advice I heard. There was a guy who was just like, he's a natural performer. I was at a podcast conference and he hosts like one of the biggest trivia podcasts ever, which I didn't know was a genre until I met him. And we were in Orlando, Florida for Podfest in 2020, like the week that the entire world shut down. I happened to be at a conference and I think we went to like Harry Potter World the day before all the parks shut down. Like it was, last call for civilization for a while. But we were at this karaoke bar in like the middle of somewhere in Florida, and it was a pretty sleepy bar. And like 50 of us from the conference just poured in, and all the locals were so confused on what the was happening. But this guy signed up, and I was like, "What'd you sign up for?" And he said, "Bohemian Rhapsody." I was like, "Holy shit, man. You got the pipes for that?" And he was like, "No, karaoke isn't about you. It's about everyone else." So his whole philosophy was, I'm going to sign up and I'll be the one with the guts to get on the stage and sing the first 20 seconds. But the point is to get the crowd on stage. And sure enough, 90 seconds in, there were 30 people on this stage passing the mic around, just squealing this into the microphone. And it was
that is also one of the cheat code songs, of which there are maybe only I'm going to say
Sweet Caroline.
Well, there's like, you know what they are.
Yeah.
You've been to that wedding and you've had fun at that wedding. I'm not even down, but I don't know if I agree that the point, I don't know if the point is to get everyone else singing, but I do like his larger umbrella of it is not about me so much. You got to be mindful of the people who have to be in the bar hearing you.
But like, I'm really channeling that philosophy on this episode where I'm thinking, I'm not trying to pick a deep cut that people are just confused by, because I'm already aware that if I'm doing this, I'm nervous. I'm probably not going to do a fantastic job.
Because you're a notorious non-drinker, so you're not even social lubricating. You're just raw dogging society.
And I'm horrified and I'm not having a great time. So if I'm picking any of these songs, it's going to be something that people love the song so much they're not even going to be able to hear me over themselves singing it. So I'm going bangers only.
Keep in mind, if you're just joining us for this episode, we only deal with emo and pop punk tunes from 2000 to 2010. This is not a best karaoke of all time song list. So keep that in mind. These are going to be oddly specific for a reason. And if you're a fan of the show, I think you've come to expect those sorts of things. The only other rule I'd add, keep it under 5 minutes.
The song.
I think so.
That leaves out Welcome to the Black Parade.
I'm just saying these are guidelines, Tom. If you have an it factor, if you have it and can swing the room, by all means. But I would say general rule of thumb, if you're just doing that favor, you are the shy coworker, pick a short song, get up. I equate it to your first dance at your wedding. Everyone feels pretty awkward. Keep it under 5, pick a shorter song. You're going to thank yourself later. Because once you get into that deep into that third minute in either scenario and things aren't as like charming as you thought they might have been, people, it's a nice moment, but you don't have to. Coheed and Cambria is not going to get picked today. That's really my main point here.
Okay. So we need to roll. We've got some dice.
Oh, we've got them.
Let's make sure to pick evens or odds before we roll this time. You want to go?
I'm going to pick odd for the number of times I'll go up in a given karaoke trip, which is 1, which is an odd number.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Wow, Pat. It's a 5 and a 2.
Whoa.
You got it, bud.
They're still weighted. I still hate those.
They're not weighted.
Well, they're not weighted to win. They're just weighted weirdly. They are weighted, but the competitive advantage. Yeah, I guess there is so little competitive. Yeah, I guess they are fair based on how awful they are as dice. It's hard to know how they're going to win.
How dare you?
They're pieces of art is what they are, and they're good as
you were
pieces
say
of art.
Pieces of shit.
Oh,
like,
no.
Asshole.
They're very pretty, but again, I would not play Risk, the game of global domination, with these dice. I'm going to go second and third.
Give me Teenage Dirtbag.
Wow. Love the pick. Love to hear the rationale. I'm here for it. That's a great, exciting pick.
So it might be a little tough. It's in the higher register.
Pretty nasally.
People who've heard me sing know that my voice is...
Do you have the chutzpah to go up in falsetto an entire song in a bar?
Her name is Noel.
Oh, that was really good. That was fantastic. Because keep in mind, if you start falsetto, you gotta go up. Yeah, for Noel's part, or quickly between sips of beer, have a friend who can do that part come up. Maybe someone joins you on stage. Maybe it is a duet after all. You don't have to be alone on the stage, Tom.
You might see that theme in my later picks.
Okay, so you're looking for support in some way.
On this one, I think I'm gonna take it solo. Again, in real life, I'm not singing shit. So like this is a fantasy to begin with.
What about like those sad clown YouTube covers?
Oh my God.
Her name is Noel.
I saw whatever that clown's name was do a cover of All the Small Things, and it actually sometimes his rendition of it comes up in my head. All the small things, and it makes me so angry because he ruined my favorite song of all time.
Dream about her.
But no, I mean, again, I'm going for bangers. I want a song that everyone knows. In this fantasy, we're in a pop punk bar. So people know this song. It's like, again, even if you're not doing well, I think people are gonna enjoy the vibe of the song itself. And like bangers only.
We're keeping it to 5 today, folks, by the way. So it's going to be a singy episode. Each of us is already, or maybe it's just me, but yeah, sing-songy episode. We're keeping it to 5. It's got to be, yeah, I guess this is the Bangers Only Club, which takes on a different connotation out of context, I suppose. But that's a good first pick. I'll go second with Stacy's mom.
Dude. How did that not even enter my head?
Your head, dude? It didn't even enter it, dude.
That's a great.
Thanks.
That's
yeah, sorry,
best.
I don't know why I was doing the echo thing.
It's not going to get better than that.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me on this show. It's to your buddy's theory. I think you're going to have some gang vocal support on this one from the other patrons of the watering hole you're sitting in. Also, we haven't mentioned his name in a while, but Adam Schlesinger, rest in peace. What a legend. You know, I'll never forget. I'll tell a quick version of this story. We were going to play a show at that youth center we talked to up at the mega church up in Erie, and our buddies who were in that youth group said that they were going to close their show with a cover. And we just couldn't think of what it was like. Yeah, the band starts with F, and we were like, Fall Out Boy, right? And, you know, just kind of guess.
Yeah.
And they played it, and they brought the freaking house down.
It was
it's
amazing.
so good. It's one of those songs where it's just the perfect song.
We have done full episodes on both of these songs.
Yes, we have.
So you can check it out in the show notes. Stacy's mom is one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. Zach was there. It was probably around episode 104, 105. Mm-hmm. And he really wanted to know more about that little child's landscaping business. And I just thought it was delightful.
Yes, indeedy.
God, that is such a good pick. I don't think anything is going to top that. And it
except
didn't even
for
come to mind. Oh, God.
Bum, ba, ba. I'm going to stretch out the music, hyping my own pick. Welcome to the Black Parade, Tom. I'm picking Welcome to the Black Mother Freaking Parade. Breaking my own 5-minute rule, potentially. I have not.
You were trying to throw me off the scent, so you can keep it for yourself, you asshole.
Hey, don't hate the. I'm not Will Smith in a 90s movie, but hate the game is what I'm trying to say.
God damn it.
Yeah, let's
the whole crowd is screaming that last line.
When I was a young boy. I mean, why not go all out, pedal to the metal? Like, if you're picking it, you're not like. So usually people are like, oh, I need another beer before I do that, or the shy coworker thing, right? If you're picking this, you are already wherever you need to be mentally, however, whatever form that takes. Social lubrication or not needed. You can't do that and just half-ass it, though. Am I picking this because I would do it? No, I'm picking it because it's a great emo karaoke song. But it is, I would say, the 2000s Bohemian Rhapsody from that perspective.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people who are our age would just be like, took me into the city. Everyone's hopping in. Excuse me, everyone's hopping on that train.
Yeah. Damn, this is actually an episode that I'm dying to do. I want to do back to back, just like we did for Dance Dance, and we did the 2 videos back to back because they took place. I want to do 2 episodes in a row. Welcome to the Black Parade and Famous Last Words. This is a great video. I was just watching it yesterday for fun.
Explore the worlds. We'll do it. I think we'll do it.
Yeah, this is. I really think
you wanted to call it the Wasteland Special. And I don't think we're going to not do that if we do it. I'm into it.
I think this is one easily and without question, without hesitation, one of the top 5 songs of the entire decade, if not the top. In terms of like cultural significance and just raw, incredible songwriting.
My only counterpoint would be to have the backs of the people who listen to this show who swear The Used is better than MCR. Cultural impact, though. I mean, it depends if the YouTube algorithm wins in the end. I mean, who will tell who will write the history? Whoever's on YouTube in 30 years, I guess. But it was interesting. Chuck Klosterman, in one of his books, was trying to guess who in like 200 years, like we think of XYZ musicians from back in the day, Beethoven, whoever, like, you know, he was talking about whether or not it might be Elvis or I'm not going to remember this guy's name, and it's going to haunt me. Really reaching. Bob Dylan. He was trying to guess who and who, and he's like, might it be Chuck Berry? Might it be this guy, that guy? I forget who his conclusion was, but it's hard to know, right? Who, I mean, like, if we're just guessing, you're not wrong from that perspective. Like, man, Black Parade's got a hell of a shot of being like the poster child emo song 200 years from now because of how much of every aspect of what people kind of romanticize about the period being.
Yeah.
Is Taste of Ink maybe the better pick? I mean, like, I'd hear the argument, but like, no, you're right. And it's fun as for karaoke, which is this episode, so I'm going to pick it.
I'm imagining, so the visual in my head is of the bar where I did karaoke the one time. The people sitting at the bar were facing away from where people were performing. And I'm imagining them like in their own world, just kind of drinking, talking to their friend. And there's a moment of silence and you hear that first piano note. Ding! And everyone's like, oh! Yeah. Like people come out from like the
2000s equivalent of down, down, down.
right. Because like you can hear that one note in like the sustain and the reverberation on it and just be like, I know exactly what the is happening from one note.
Well, what's interesting is there's a song off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West that I think, depending on how good your pitch recognition is or your note recognition, it could go one of 2 ways and either be a super emo My Chemical Romance next few minutes or a very interesting, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy few minutes. Both might be reasonable karaoke songs. Anyway, them's my picks.
Okay. This one might be cheating. We've done an episode on this.
Wouldn't be the first time, Tom.
We've done an episode on this. I doubt a karaoke bar would have this song, but give me.
You are at the whim, you got to work with what you're given.
Right.
You flip through that fucking binder, and if you don't find what you're looking for, you're out of luck.
But at this magic pop punk bar, they definitely have Since You've Been Gone by A Day to Remember.
That is not cheating, but that's a pretty specific request. I imagine with advances in technology over the past 25 years, your chances of running into literally anything are better than like just whatever was preloaded into the little karaoke machine. But right. I'm envisioning someone in 1998 leaving their little, I don't know, office. I'm going to end this now. But yes, Tom, I imagine computers have gotten a little better than that.
I mean, like Apple Music has lyrics just up anyways. Like
sure.
For everything.
Like, no, I'm good. I'm going to play it from my phone. Actually, you don't even need to be here.
Just give me the aux cord.
That's right. Oh, man. We should bring on a karaoke. Or like, have you ever been to an emo night? I'm sure there are emo karaoke nights.
We have an emo night, which might just be a remake of the karaoke episode. Someone asked us on the AMA what would be your opening, or what would be your song if you were DJing emo night? What would be the one that gets the room exploding?
It's going to get picked today, probably.
It's going to be a pick today, yeah. But anyway, like Since You've Been Gone, everyone knows the Kelly Clarkson version. It was one of the biggest songs of the year, right? Whatever that was,
of
2004.
The century, dog.
And I think it's such a fun cover that A Day to Remember did. They kept it, they kept the choruses exactly how Kelly would have sang it. It's in D rather than G, so it's a little more accessible to the dudes with the, not quite as high voices. I can see the place just exploding, especially because the choruses were so true to the original version. And it's just so fun. God, what a good song.
Would you try to do the scream parts?
Probably not. I would probably just sing them because I can't scream.
Sounds like a scream to me. Maybe the scream was in your heart all along. You didn't need those magical slippers to do the dance recital.
Okay.
In this scenario, you're a female mouse from that book.
Oh, man. Bangers only, bangers only.
That's our mantra at the beginning of every episode, by the way. We pound our chest. Bangers only, bangers only.
Oh God, I don't know. There's a lot of good next picks.
Bangers only, bangers only.
Everyone knows Sugar We're Going Down.
Bangers only, bangers only.
Again, I'm trying to sing.
Is that your freaking pick, man?
I think so.
This is recency bias.
No, not at all.
All right.
I'm trying to think of what were the biggest songs on the radio, because again, I'm trying to sing
for karaoke, dude. We both know Fall Out Boy's never written a good verse, my boy. I'm kidding, obviously, if you missed that episode. Claims were made.
I don't know. I think I would go with it because again, I was kind of horrified of this episode because everyone's going to just be groaning. Oh, Tom's picking the whatever, the obvious ones.
People critiquing our picks on a draft? No.
But no, again.
I joke, but they're right to do so a lot of the time.
I'm trying to sing as little as possible. I'm trying to sing the first 5 words and then get everyone else up on the stage with me. Because
my critique of this pick, for comedic purposes only, and this doesn't have to be funny, there's literally an MS Paint YouTube video about how hard to understand the words of this song are. Who's going to sing along? No one knows what the he's saying half the time.
Dad to a Lulia rap.
We go with dad. No one's going to know. I'm saying to protect yourself, it's a tricky pick. Do I think it's a bad pick? Not necessarily.
I know the lyrics. I'm the lyrics boy on this podcast. Everyone knows that.
We notice.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. Again, these aren't just what songs I would prefer to sing alone in my home. But if I'm trying to pick things to have as little attention on me as possible, they're going to have to be the obvious picks.
Sure.
So, Sugar, We're Going Down.
That means it's my turn, and that means I'm going to pick Hands Down by Dashboard Confessional. So we can get some. Hopefully at least 2 people in the bar join you.
Wow. Full band version, right?
I would have to assume. Yeah, I think pretty low register. So for all of our, if you're out there and your range isn't great, I think this might be a good song for you. Breathe in for luck. It starts off slow. You can kind of get your feet underneath you a little bit. And then you get to scream so we can get some with the audience halfway through. I think it's, and it's not that long of a song, except for that the choruses might be a little slow. Ever remember? Yeah, it might be a bad pick. No, it's a good pick.
That's the bridge, right?
Yeah, the bridge is a little tricky. You might lose people a little bit. Shit, is this a bad pick? I'm questioning everything now. I'm going to still stick with it, but you got to be willing to weather that storm. Bridges are tough, right? Everyone be like, oh, I remember the song, yay. And then
you kissed me like
oh, that'd be fun. Okay, yeah, I'm back in. I'm picking it. I should have just been confident. I should have carried that level of confidence with me to the stage as I picked this song. Yeah, I think again,
that's
this
a
is
great pick. That's a great
an
pick.
emo pop. This pop punk bar would send them nuts. It would drive people nuts, I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, I love it. Hands down. Man, you're picking stuff I would have never thought of.
I think it'd be a good one. Breathe in. Also, the MTV Unplugged versions, I picture the crowd singing along anyway, so maybe I'm just romanticizing him singing on that stage in MTV in 2003 or whatever it was. And thinking everyone would sing along as if I was him. That might super not be the case, and maybe it'll blow up in your fucking face, but I think it'll go well.
Alrighty, friends, I hope you don't mind me breaking in here and thanking our emo elders. These are our top tier Patreon supporters, the Council of Elders. In this group, we have Andre Provost, Johnny Leftwich, Jason Carey, Anonymous, Chris Lukey, Nathan Eshelman, Drew Edwards, Carrie Sanchez, and Melanie joining us this week. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you would like to check it out, you can head to patreon.com/reminiscent. I don't want to give away too much, but we've been teasing at something for like half a year now. And that Patreon is about to explode. So please check it out. You can see all of this behind the scenes, early access stuff, including getting all of the episodes a day early, weekly 10 to 15 minute post shows where Pat and I talk for a while after we're done recording the episode, and tons of other perks in there. You can head to patreon.com/reminiscent to check it out. But back to the karaoke draft.
Here's one. How deep we going? 5? How many do I have left?
You have your fourth pick.
Okay.
Now. We can go 7.
Let's stick to 5. Stick to 5.
Oh, God.
Addicted by Simple Plan.
Dude. Okay.
What? I'll live to rue the day? What? Finish the sentence.
You'll see.
Oh, okay. Perhaps I will. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good sing-along chorus.
That's amazing.
People get to say the word dick really loud in a public place.
I'm a dick!
You literally get to play the penis game, but it's like, in terms of society, not frowned upon to just be singing a song at a karaoke bar. So that's pretty fun. I don't know. Simple Plan is one of those bands where you're just like, people have tried to Nickelback them through the years, I feel like. But
get out of here. They're the best.
Also, Nickelbacking any band is like dumb. I think if you listen to the show, that's how we feel.
People are starting to come around.
Well, hey,
they had some hits.
We were there. We were all fucking there, man. You were into it. But Simple Plan is also one of those bands at karaoke where they'd be like, you know, I used to really love this song. Like karaoke, I feel like would be the one instance where everyone would shake their heads in agreement at every individual table. Like, oh my God, I haven't heard this song in so long. And they wouldn't have, and it would bring smiles to their faces.
Yeah.
And the word dick would be screamed by all. And I think it'd be a good time.
Man, you are killing me this draft.
It's about time, because you've been torturing me for the last like 3 draft episodes we've done.
I wish I thought of Addicted, because my fourth pick was going to be I'm Just a Kid by Simple Plan.
Pick it. Simple Plan. Sneaky good karaoke band.
I mean, everyone knew it.
Yeah, no one had a distinct Simple Plan phase, but you fucking know those songs. Probably because they were in 17,000 movie soundtracks. Spanning from Scooby-Doo to Cheaper by the Dozen, etc., etc.
Freaky Friday?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they are incredible, and I feel like if people are at karaoke, they're trying to let loose, they're trying to have fun. If they're at a pop punk bar, they're trying to relive the glory days of 7th grade or whatever. And I mean, the song is just great. Everyone wants to sing this. And actually,
so we have what? It was Addicted, and what was the second one?
I'm Just a Kid.
Love it. Good sing along as well.
So after
relatable, yeah, life is a nightmare. And I'm at this bar. If you're at the bar, yeah, you're probably in that frame of mind.
I don't think we've mentioned this on the show yet, but after Nathan won ScorchFest 2021, we sent him the spatula.
We did. Yeah, actually, it was a golden, as much detail for this anecdote as needed, I think. It was a golden spatula.
Gold spatula.
He had said every Newfound Glory song was hot garbage, which earned the hottest take award at our ScorchFest 2020.
He won by losing.
He won, exactly. So that was such an insane take. You bought him like, I think you dug deep in the Patreon money to get like a $10 golden spatula, because there was a SpongeBob meme floating around ScorchFest this year on Twitter with all the followers. And he returned the favor in a pretty amazing way.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd mind us telling the story.
He sent a cameo from Pierre Bouffier, the singer of Simple Plan, and he sang I'm Just a Kid to us. Like, that was nuts. He talked about the podcast and like truly the most incredible thing that's ever happened to me.
And he seemed pretty at peace with pop punk. He's like, it's a fun thing. And I wish we could just we can't probably use the cameo in the episode, but like everything he was saying about how he feels about pop punk on that cameo, you could tell he's been talking about this his whole life and trying to justify it to himself. Imagine being Simple Plan. You know what I mean? a lot going on in that lifetime, that journey. And, he seems so at peace and just like, hey, man, it's been a lot of fun having fans like you, whatever. It was amazing. It was a pretty dope gift for Nathan to do.
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, I hear you like pop punk. You probably know that I do too.
Yeah.
It's been very good to me over the years.
Yeah. It trumped the spatula gift. But,
for sure.
Yeah.
You way over delivered on that one.
It was much appreciated. It was amazing though. Simple, like, what? They're Canadian. They're so friendly.
Yeah, people like, I don't know. They got so much. I think they were like the Nickelback of pop punk, to be honest. People just hated them. But I think it's because they hated themselves. It's so good. They were so great.
What's the Mad Men line where he's like, people just like to be told what to do. So it's like, oh, enough people feel this way about it. It's like, sure,
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. That if nothing else, if our pod is about anything, what was it? So Pitchfork recently slammed the Foxing record that came out this year. And I think Gabby and Jeremy were talking on Twitter about how much they loved it. And everyone was just like, in my head, I was tempted to tweet like, Pitchfork, say good song is bad. Reminiscent, say bad song is good. And if our show is about anything, it is about admitting what we've enjoyed, I guess. So
justice for the
which
bangers.
is what karaoke should be about.
Yeah.
Simple Plan's the perfect karaoke. I'm gleeful if that's the takeaway from today's show.
So on the Patreon or the live stream AMA we did in August, someone asked if we had a drag performance, what would the song be? And no spoilers, but I said it would have been Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. And our friend Hannah, who's like really into pop punk, she does drag where she's like a drag king, like dresses up like a guy, and she performed I'm Just a Kid, and it was awesome. Like, it was so much fun, and it got like people that I didn't think would know Simple Plan were singing along. So certified banger. I'll take it.
Is it your turn to pick? Because I think
my last one.
I think that was a brilliant segue. If I think I know what's coming.
Sk8er Boi.
Yeah,
by
there
Avril
it is.
Lavigne.
Masterfully done. Masterfully done. I like that.
Yeah, again.
And it's a great pick. We were talking to my wife, who was here in this house. Tom and I are together this week in the same geographical location. She was like, you should pick that. And I was like, Tom, Jesse said this. You're like, it's on my list, baby.
It's already on the list, dude.
Reading my goddamn mind. It's a really good pick.
Yeah, again, everyone knows it. It was the biggest song of what would have been 2002, 2003.
Early.
We've done an episode on this as well.
Really for the decade. I think it might be the simple thing in just a different version. Just like, this is now canon. You know what I mean? Like, this is just straight emo lore. Right. These are the bricks. These are the building blocks.
Yeah. I think people would love it.
And we're not saying those are Bohemian fucking Rhapsody, but we're just saying
right.
I mean, that's when we were young, we heard these things. So we're allowed to celebrate them as much as boomers are allowed to, for fucking years, just be like, and again, I bring up the Doors too much, but it's like, I don't even dislike fucking Doors, but it's just like, we're allowed to celebrate Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan at a karaoke night if
hell yeah,
anyone has ever asked anyone to listen to the Doors.
And again, like, I think it's probably unexpected. You see a guy walk on stage, you don't think they're going to do Avril Lavigne, but especially if they can nail it. It's not a very high song. The building blocks of my exploration into the genre that would become like pop punk that I listen to, or what I would eventually slide into. But like, Avril Lavigne was one of my like earliest introductions to the genre.
Maybe the song today that has the best chance of gang vocal sing-alongs in the whole bar for the verses as well. Can I make it any more? Like, people know probably a large percentage of that song off the top of their head.
Yeah. And like forgot that they knew it. Like, and that's kind of what I'm like, what I'm hoping to get from the crowd is like, oh, I didn't know I knew every word of this song, just like totally lost in 2003 for me. I think it would make people happy. It would make me happy. And again, I'm trying to get some of the pressure, some of the attention off myself. So I think that song would do it.
I'm going to cap this sucker off with Party Hard by Andrew WK.
Oh.
I think technically a Warped Tour act. Every time I pick something by him when we do a show or a draft, I'm curious if it counts, but I'm going to say it definitely counts. There's blood coming out of his face on the album cover. So if it wasn't Bring Me the Horizon, who's the girl with the guts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bring Me the Horizon?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough blood on the cover to count it as a 2000s emo-ish act. Anyway, I think I used to sing Lump by the Presidents of the United States of America all the time because it's just short and energetic. So you can get up there and just like kind of like sing your way through it. And people are at least not snoozing through it, you know?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, if you're going to go, you're going to keep the energy high. You're not going to upset anyone. It's time to party.
I remember
actually, there's too many songs on the record with the word party in the title. It's the...
When it's time to party, you can party hard.
No.
The first time I played 4 Year Strong for my roommate Shane, probably within 10 seconds, he was like, "Oh, these dudes grew up listening to Andrew WK." He was just like, "Yeah, like Andrew WK is the original easycore guy," and I don't even disagree that much. That's a good pick. That's a lot of fun. Well, that's it.
It is fun.
That's
we're here to keep it short, have some fun. If you're new to the show, for some search engine optimization magic, welcome to the karaoke episode. Long overdue, probably, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. A hard one for me because I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, neither of us are like in a rush to do it. But if there's ever a Reminasty meetup and we do karaoke.
My God.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Dallas next August.
Oh, Oh, you're going, there's an actual audio conference that you are.
There's a podcast conference.
Yeah.
We're both going, man. I already bought your ticket.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be something?
I would
leave
would
that
do
silence. We were just sitting in the room cutting it up with a knife and a fork as it was happening, and I'm going to beg that Tom leaves it in the show because we had not previously discussed this at length. So I think we're on to songs of the week. It can be that simple.
Well, let's give some honorable mentions.
My bad, of course.
I had Ocean Avenue, obviously.
That was on my list as well.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Give me Thrash Unreal. Every draft I pick it. I fucking love Thrash Unreal. It's just one of my favorite songs.
Actually, what I'm realizing is a lot of the songs I wanted to pick were songs that my band covered. Cute without the E, because you get the dual vocals. When we covered that with The Good Fight, the crowd went fucking nuts every time. And it was also, if I had to bring the room to life at emo night, I would pick that one. Because I think people have fun picking which singer they're going to be. So then you hear half the room singing sometimes, half the room the other. So there's like a very... I don't know. There's like
outside of your window.
Yeah, and then the other half, echoes it. I think it'll be fun for people.
You're such a sucker.
I think it'll be fun to hear the crowd like seeing who picks John, who picks Adam. That's kind of fun.
Give me, and this was a pick that isn't for me, but somebody who could really go up and crush Hey There Delilah. I think it would send the crowd into a frenzy if you could do it well. No one would sing along. They'd stop and listen to see if you're doing it well.
Gotcha.
But I wouldn't pick it if you're not going to nail it. You've probably practiced this at home if you're picking it.
Another song you have to nail. Give me Helena by My Chemical Romance.
You're taking some chances there. Less of a chance for this one. First Date by Blink. Decent sing-along.
Yeah, that's a good one. Give me 1985 by Bowling for Soup.
Yeah. If there was ever a time to have a beer and smile and have a pop punky ass time, that's the time for Bowling for Soup. And I'm not even making fun of Bowling for Soup. I fucking love Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
But I rarely catch you in a moment where you're like really ready to listen to Bowling for Soup. So I'm glad we found that niche for you.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're feeling real ballsy, why don't you step up to the plate and try to hit that high note in Best of Me by the starting line? Go for it.
That was actually my favorite song that my band covered, and I thought we fucking nailed it. I thought I did a great job. I make a good Kenny.
It's a fun song.
Give me Vindicated.
You make a good Kenny? That's... These past few weeks, you have very silently and in passing dropped the hottest takes that we've ever said on this show. And again, maybe you didn't mean it, but you said Fall Out Boy can't write good verses, which I'm out of context misquoting you, of course. We're doing this in jest. But you also were like, I make a good Kenny fucking Vasoli, which isn't necessarily untrue, but I've never seen you sing and play bass at the same time, for starters. But Tom, you're a talented guy. That's quite, now that's some chutzpah, is what that is. And I admire the confidence, to be honest with you.
Speaking of confidence, you're going to need it to sing Vindicated by Dashboard.
Yeah.
That's a good one. When I was at emo night, the place fucking exploded when they played that song.
There's a chance you're going to need some help from the crowd if you have my vocals, which is to say you're not a very good vocalist. But if you're good, go
You're a
crush
great
it.
singer.
Yeah, you might be listening to this and you're like, hey, I got pipes. I don't need these dudes' suggestions to stay safe.
Any more?
That's it for me. I got a song of the week.
I might go 70 times 7 as my last pick.
Is that what you call a getaway, Tom?
I think that's there. You know, there's
Well,
an up
then
and
why
a
don't
down.
you tell me what the hell you got away with?
Yeah, that's it. I guess hit us up on Twitter at _reminiscent FM. Let us know. Do you sing karaoke? Have you sung any of these songs? What would you pick? What are your 5 picks? But songs of the week. What do you got?
Also, yeah, if you're on hitting us up on Twitter, let us know if we missed any rules or if we were wrong about any rules about karaoke. Very curious. Give me Bells in Santa Fe by Halsey. New music from her.
Yeah.
Most recently had heard her on one of the MGK tracks that dropped earlier this year, I guess. Or maybe that was last year. Man, the months are
last year,
flying in preparation for becoming my entrance into fatherhood and whatnot. But she rarely misses. So that's an album I haven't dug into a lot, but that song is intriguing and I'm excited to listen more.
The album's different. I've been really distracted by Grayscale's new album, Umbra, though. Their song Dirty Bombs, which is the second song on the album, I think. Second song. It's super good. These dudes know how to write a chorus. And they're experimenting with a bunch of sounds from like the 80s and stuff, which I really dislike music from the 80s, but it's only because I feel like it was too, I don't know, not like too experimental. It just wasn't very refined yet. And I feel like Grayscale is a band that's taking some of those sounds and incorporating them into like modern pop punk, pop rock. And they're giving these sounds like better context, I feel like. And I really love it. I love like the 80s revival in pop punk. I think it's awesome. I think Grayscale's doing it the best. So yeah, Dirty Bombs off of their
Pennsylvania's
newish album.
finest. Grayscale, they're from PA, right?
Are they?
Oh,
wait, Philly?
well, there's a lot of bands from Philly. It's not like they're the only band from Philly, but speaking of the starting line anyway.
Yeah, Philly. Damn. I, for some reason, did not know that. Awesome.
The Commonwealth indoors. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody.
Yep. Love you all.
Be safe. If you're doing karaoke anytime soon, this is a weird time to do a karaoke episode, and we're not going to get into it, but be mindful of your neighbors and get the vaccination. Actually, you know what? That's not even a radical thing to say. Vax up and wear a mask, you weirdos. All right, bye.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Please hit us up on Twitter at _reminiscentfm and let us know, have you ever done karaoke? Would you do karaoke? Do you have a go-to song? And what would be your 5 picks for the emo karaoke draft? Again, that's at _reminiscentfm. If you'd like to check out our Patreon, that's at patreon.com/reminiscent. But either way, we love you all so much. Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you next week. Bye everyone. Blazing.
Oh my God.